MEGA FROSLASS has seen minimal success ever since Regulation MB began. However, I was able to win a $150 Pokemon tournament using a unique team I built featuring MEGA FROSLASS. I believe this team has lots of positive matchups and is positioned incredibly well against the current meta. Today, we're going to break down the team I used to win the tournament and play it on the rank ladder to see it in action. This team is centered around MEGA FROSLASS, whose job is to just deal damage with Blizzard and Shadow Ball, and occasionally set up Aurora Veil to reduce incoming damage. Froslass serves as the best check for opposing Garchomps, Sinistras, and Staraptor. Our own Garchomp is phenomenal into key matchups like Sand, Charizard, Toxapex, and Archaludon. Together with Froslass and Talonflame, the three of them function as the team's Tailwind offense mode, being able to spam spread damage with Blizzard or Earthquake. Sneasler's fast Fake Out, along with its fighting and poison coverage, acts as a great lead into setup-oriented teams focused around Floette or Blastoise, and is excellent into Incineroar. Fake Out also enables Swords Dance Kingambit, which can sometimes sweep teams on its own with +2 Black Blast and Sucker Punches. Kingambit also acts as the best check to opposing Basky Legions and Farigirafs. The team is rounded out with a secondary Mega option in Mega Raichu Y. Raichu acts as a great source of speed control by spamming Zap Cannons and being a great answer into bulky waters like Milotic. Mega Raichu Y is also phenomenal into the Sun-Rain archetypes that give Froslass trouble, and can also be brought into Charizard teams as a mix-up to catch the opponent off guard. So we've got ourselves the Mega Tyranitar Staraptor Sand team. I recently featured this team. I just featured this team in my last video, and I know how it works kind of. So yeah, it's a Nasty Plot Life Orb Goldengo and Scald Icy Wind Milotic. So against this team, what I normally do, I can just go for I can just lead Froslass to cover for any Staraptor lead, and if he does some sort of Sand lead, then I can punish that with a Garchomp lead. And then as for the back, I usually just do Talonflame Kingambit. If they lead some sort of Staraptor, that's the best case scenario for me. And they can also, but if they lead something like Milotic, it can also be trouble. It also be pretty difficult. But normally what they do is they can also just lead Tyranitar Excadrill as well. I played this team in the tournament, so they have they can lead realistically anything. Hopefully it's a Staraptor lead. And it also depends if the Tyranitar has low kick or ice punch or high horsepower. Best case scenario, it has high horsepower. And worst case scenario, it has low kick because it can threaten our Kingambit. Alright, what did they lead? T-Tar Exca. Okay, so right away they can take the weather, which is really annoying. So I'm wondering here if I just rip a Blizzard and say even if I lose the Weather Ward, it's fine. Because the Tyranitar could protect to scout out my protect, which means he's not megaing this first turn. But what is the Excadrill move? Because their play could realistically just be Protect. And I can't switch in Talonflame because I take the Sand Chip and I lose them. I lose what's it called? I lose the Gale Wing. So I'm just gonna Protect Froslass here and just go for Earthquake. I mean, Protect from their end is so obvious. Okay, they switch Excadrill into what? Milotic? Yeah. So we protect our Froslass, and their Tyranitar's probably protecting. Yeah, okay. So next turn they're definitely megaing, which sucks. Oh, and next turn they can. Oh yeah, next turn they're threatening a lot actually. Next turn they're just threatening Icy Wind and Knockoff or something. Wait, then I can switch in Kingambit for the Garchomp slot. Or I can switch in Kingambit on this slot and just accept that Tyranitar is probably going down. Or Garchomp's probably going down. I will Stomping Tantrum the Tyranitar though first. Right, because if I'm my opponent, I'm probably knocking off Garchomp and Icy Winding. So hopefully we can switch in Kingambit to catch the Icy Wind. and get our Defiant boost. There's the Mega Tyranitar, which is nice to see. That way, next time we switch in our Froslass, we can take the weather from them. We want to see Icy Wind, that's what we want to see. If Garchomp goes down, it's fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but like, we just have to accept it. That Stomping Tantrum did a lot less than I thought. Okay, then knock off our King Gambit, which is fine, actually. Which means Garchomp is probably living. Icy Wind. Okay, nice. So we do get the... We do get to fish out the what's it called? The Defiant boost. But what's bad though is that our Garchomp is now -1. Which means it can't go for it's threatened to get killed by another Icy Wind. So what if I just like protect King Gambit and just switch it into Talonflame? Yeah, I think this is probably correct because I don't wanna just sacrifice Garchomp right now. Maybe I shouldn't bring Talonflame in this matchup. I think Sneasler comes in this matchup. Because Sneasler beats everything except Excadrill. And obviously not Goldengo, obviously. But like, Sneasler would look really good here right now. They're probably just gonna like Scald or Low Kick or something. Yeah, I do need to see if the Tyranitar has Low Kick or not, which is kind of a huge factor. So, which is why I'm protecting King Gambit this turn, because I want to see if the Tyranitar has Low Kick. Garchomp switches into Talonflame. I mean, I expect Talonflame to live this turn. Never mind, they just go for Rock Slide. Wait, so what is the... So the Milotic is just going for Scald then? And trying to fish for a burn? But this next one looks so good for me. I can switch in Froslass, or I could switch in... Garchomp. What's their last Pokemon? Their last Pokemon's probably Goldengo. Or Sinistcha. I'm gonna switch in Garchomp because their T-Tar wants to switch on this next turn. Also, I'm pretty sure Milotic is in range of +2 Sucker Punch. We're +2, right? Yeah. Because they already ate their Citrus Berry. So I'm just gonna Sucker Punch Stomping Tantrum. Right, because we're saying the Tyranitar has to switch, and whatever it switches into, whether it be the Excadrill or the Goldengo, Stomping Tantrum is gonna do a lot of damage to the Excadrill. I mean, we don't know if Goldengo's the last yet. Like, oh, I guess the last could be Sinistcha. Maybe I should have Kowtow Cleave then, actually. T-Tar protects. Okay, this is fine then. Get a Sucker Punch off. Yes, beautiful. And that just kills. So we've gotten rid of Milotic, which is beautiful. And this next turn, depending on what they switch in, they can either switch in Excadrill or they can switch in their 4th Pokemon. I don't think their 4th Pokemon is Staraptor anymore. So it's either Goldengo or the Sinistcha. So they switch in Excadrill. Okay, so this tells me that their last Pokemon is Goldengo, basically. So we have a lot of options here. We can obviously just go for Sucker Punch. I think... Do we ever just Earthquake our own guy? No, that's too crazy. I think we can go for Sucker Punch into Excadrill. Is Tyranitar in the range of high horsepower? If they even have that. Because they usually have Earthquake on this team. But I think we live the high horsepower, so I'm just going to go for Sucker Punch and Stomping Tantrum again. Tyranitar switches into Goldengo probably, so they're sacking Goldengo. Yeah, okay, so Goldengo's probably getting sacked here. And we get Sucker Punch into Excadrill. So if they use a contact move into Garchomp, the Excadrill faints. Iron Head. Okay, so Excadrill's fainting then. Because of Rough Skin. And we do not get flinched. So beautiful. We take down Excadrill. I'm pretty sure we have this locked up then, even if we flinch. Okay, we do get flinched, which sucks. Yeah, that sucks. But we can just Sucker Punch Goldengo and Stomping Tantrum Tyranitar, and there's nothing they can do. Yes, because Even if because when the Tyranitar switches in, it's in range of Stomping Tantrum for sure. And we're definitely faster than Tyranitar, so Sucker Punch Stomping Tantrum is always a pin. So we have this locked up. Yeah, and I think our opponent went AFK. Yeah, so even though we got flinched by the Iron Head, we still won this game. Yeah, this Team Sand matchup is pretty strong. I wouldn't say it's like super in our favor, but like it's definitely playable. And also, I don't think I played this like the most well, because usually against Sand, against my team, they should bring Sinistra instead of Gholdengo as their 4th Pokemon. Tyranitar, Excadrill, Milotic is always correct, and they should usually bring Sinistra instead of Gholdengo. Usually Staraptor is incorrect because Froslass is just really good into Staraptor. Yeah, but here we have it locked up already, so. Yeah, my opponent's probably just AFK. So we just need to wait for this animation. Sucker Punch. Bye bye Gholdengo. And Stomping Tantrum. Bye bye Tyranitar. Beautiful. So we beat a Sand team pretty comfortably. That's what you like to see. Okay, so I just pulled the Tyranitar team again. So I didn't record that video and just skipped it, and I won it. So yeah. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna record playing against Tyranitar, the same team, 2 games in a row. But thankfully we have a different team this time. We have, of course, the Big Six. And it's the team to beat. So against Big Six, it's basically a lead roulette for my team. Like, if they can lead Whimsicott Garchomp, if they lead that, I lead Froslass, and like, it's good for me. But if they lead Charizard, I can lead Garchomp, and it's good for me. But if they lead Garchomp into my Garchomp, it's bad. So it's basically, I have to call like what mode they're leading, and they can also lead Whimsicott Basculegion, which is also a lead I see them doing. And if they lead that, Froslass is also fine. So I'm gonna go with Froslass because Froslass is good into most of their leads. And as for the back, Garchomp and King Gambit is usually what I like to do into this type of team. And if they lead what's it called? If they lead Charizard, if they lead Whimsicott Charizard specifically, is when it gets pretty bad. Whimsicott Garchomp, yes, see, so this is why I like leading Froslass. Because here we're just dominating, like yes, the Garchomp can switch out, yes, the Whimsicott can protect. And like the Garchomp probably switches out to what's it called? The King Gambit, right? So I can Will-O-Wisp that slot and just I can Will-O-Wisp this slot and just try to catch the King Gambit switching in and just go for Blizzard, because there's a good chance the Whimsicott protects this turn as well. Because by going for Will-O-Wisp, we don't set up Tailwind, which means we make ourselves vulnerable to an Encore next turn if they go for Tailwind, but they just switch out Garchomp, and they switch to King Gambit, as I expected. So, ideally we get the burn into this King Gambit, which would be huge, because we basically neutralize their King Gambit. Now that I'm playing with this team more, I realize that Dual Wing Beat on Talonflame might actually be really good. And they do go for Tailwind, which is not ideal, because now they can Encore us into Will-O-Wisp, which is not what we want to see. I mean, I guess we could Will-O-Wisp their Whimsicott again to break the Focus Sash. We get a Blizzard off, yeah, and we bring him down to Sash. So we can Will-O-Wisp it to, you know, to try and kill it. And I mean, if I was the King Gambit, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, I'd probably just go for like a Kowtow Cleave into like the Frost Sash or something. So maybe like here, what if I just go for... They can Encore me, which sucks. What if I just switch to King Gambit? No, I think it's probably just Will-O-Wisp the Whimsicott and switch to Garchomp. Because we have lost Because we haven't set up Tailwind while they have set up Tailwind. Okay, Whimsicott just protects, which isn't ideal either. So we could have set up Tailwind this turn. But I mean, it's fine, I guess. Oh, and he goes for Kowtow Cleave into Garchomp. And the reason this is bad is that this puts us into range of Moonblast Sucker Punch, if they want to go for that. Actually, no, they can't go for that because oh wait, no, they can. I'm wondering, maybe I should just Tailwind actually. I'm just gonna Tailwind to Earthquake because they're probably going for the Moonblast play. Never mind, they're switching out into their Garchomp. So we get the Tailwind off, which is huge, and we've also staggered Tailwind. We've staggered Tailwind by 2 turns, which can be helpful. Sucker Punch is not going to do much damage because of the burn. And that should be an Earthquake range. And assuming the last mon is Charizard. I mean, I don't know, this is not over yet. Okay, judging by that Earthquake damage into their Garchomp, it might be in Brave Bird range, which would be huge. I mean, they're probably what? Switching in Whimsicott? Never mind, they're switching in Charizard. Oh, that's smart, because they have Weather Ball Ice, I guess. But I am faster, so I can go for Rock Slide. So I can just Brave Bird the Garchomp and go for Rock Slide, right? I mean, assuming the Brave Bird kills the Garchomp, which it should. And assuming that our Garchomp is faster than their Charizard. Which should be the case unless they're Timid Nature. Actually, the more I think about it, I'm not quite sure Brave Bird gets the Garchomp from this range. It might live on 1 HP. It might live on 1 or 2 HP. Okay, the Garchomp switches, which is fine. Because we get the Whimsicott. Wait, why did they switch their Garchomp? What? And he's Megaing his Charizard. What? I mean, if you switch your Garchomp, wouldn't you at least try to, like, I don't know, go for Weather Ball Ice into my Garchomp or something? Because Charizard isn't doing anything into Garchomp anymore. Wait, we just get a single target Rock Slide off. We just kill the Charizard. What are they doing? Single target Rock Slide, they should kill. Rock Slide? Yeah, it just kills. What are they doing? Ay ay ay. We just 4-0'd a Big 6. Hey, is that a 4-0? Yeah, it was a 4-0. We just 4-0'd a Big 6. Oh my gosh. See, these Big 6 players, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, Big 6 has kind of fallen off the meta. So I think the Aerodactyl Charizard version is more popular, and it's just positioned in the better spot right now. But yeah, we were able to beat Big 6, so I'll take that. So we're up against the infamous Blastoise Delphox team. The setup team. So, against this team, what's interesting is that it comes down to the Sneasler speed ties a lot. If I win the speed tie, it's good for me, and if I lose the speed tie, it's bad for me. I usually bring Froslass into this type of team, but I do have a line where I bring Mega Raichu, and it's kind of evil. So I'm gonna try that line actually. I normally bring Froslass into this type of team, but I'm gonna try bringing the Raichu just so I can like show it off. And as for the back, it's usually just Garchomp Talonflame. And you might be thinking, actually no, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Because now I don't have an answer into Sinistcha. I don't have a good way to remove Sinistcha. It should have been King Gambit actually. Okay, but let's see what they use. At least Sneasler Blastoise. So if I had let Sneasler Froslass, which is what I normally do, it would have been bad. Okay, but here I can reveal the Forbidden Tech. The Forbidden Tech against this type of lead is that their play most of the time is to protect Blastoise and Hard Switch and Sinistcha, and I hard call that out by going for Zap Cannon into Sneasler and Dire Claw into Sneasler. And this puts them in range of another Zap Cannon. Let's see if I hard call them out. Okay, Sneasler switches into Sinistcha. Okay, does the Blastoise protect? Because normally, like, this is the Forbidden Tech that I use with this lead, that they always want to switch in Sinistcha and protect Blastoise. But what they don't know is that, okay, nice, Blastoise protects. So we get Zap Cannon and Dire Claw off into the Sinistcha, and if the Sinistcha isn't Citrus Berry, it's in range of another Zap Cannon. Okay, it does 30%. I'm not quite sure that's in range of another Zap Cannon. After this Dire Claw, let's see how much this Dire Claw does. Oh, okay, it did a lot less. Okay, so it's not in range of another Zap Cannon. So they can't just go for Rage Powder and Rage Powder Shell Smash. But we can remove this Sinistcha if we want though. Yeah, let's just go for. Well, I guess I can go for Zap Cannon into Blasters this turn. I guess. Yeah, we double the Blasters because they protected last turn. But they're just gonna go for Rage Powder Shell Smash. And then normally what would happen is that in this position, Sinistcha would go down to Zap Cannon, and I would get like a close combat off into the Blastoise. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it paras. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that helped me. Yeah. Okay. I got pretty lucky there. Oh wow, and Dire Claw did less that time. Yeah, and they just forfeit. Yeah, I mean that sucks. Like they lost their Blastoise. Yeah, I mean forfeiting is like normal for them from their end. I mean they got fully paired, so they couldn't really do anything there. But yeah, we'll take that dub. Okay, so we're up against a crazy stall team. And this stall team actually looks really annoying because they have Hisui and Goodra, who can literally spam Iron Defense, Body Press, and its special defense stat is naturally really high too. So the Hisui and Goodra is going to cause a lot of problems, and especially the Milotic as well. Because into Milotic, I like bring Raichu Y, but they have 2 grass types with Venusaur and Sinistcha, which is pretty bad for me. So I think I'm stuck with bringing Froslass, and then my way to beat Milotic is to set up a few Sword Stances with King Gambit. But like that's bad into Body Press, so I don't know. This actually looks really difficult. Cause I can't let him like set up too many Iron Defenses, right? So I have to hit it before he sets up an Iron Defense. So maybe I lead Garchomp. Probably like Garchomp, King Gambit, and then Froslass in the back. And probably the last one should be I don't know, I'll just bring Sneasler. I don't know if this is correct or not. I mean, I guess I also could have brought Raichu Y, because Raichu Y also has Focus Blast for the Hisui and Goodra. But then like it's bad into the 2 grass types, which they'll probably bring. Venusaur and Incineroar. Okay, then this is probably Mega Venusaur as well. At least we get a Defiant boost, which is nice. But we do get Intimidated on Garchomp. That means they're probably faking out faking out King Gambit this turn. We can switch to Sneasler. I mean, it depends what the Venusaur goes for, right? It's probably, I don't know, maybe I like protect King Gambit so I don't take like an Earth Power, and I'll just Stomping Tantrum there. Well, I guess like Earthquake. I'll just Earthquake and protect King Gambit because I don't want to take like a fake out Earth Power, and it is Mega Venusaur. So it's probably Incin Mega Venusaur, Milotic Sinistcha. Or not Sinistcha, Milotic Hisui and Goodra. Alright, let's see where the fake out targets. Into King Gambit, nice. They could also go for Leech Seed, which would be bad. Let's see how much this Earthquake does. Okay, it does 55% to Incineroar, and it's probably Citrus Berry. Oh, it's not Citrus Berry, and they do go for Earth Power. So huge protect from us. And since it's not Citrus Berry, it's in Stomping Tantrum range, which means we can threaten to knock it out with Stomping Tantrum. And they might not know we have Stomping Tantrum, right? So like they might just stay in with Incineroar. So I think I'm gonna Stomping Tantrum it, and like even if they switch to like Aerodactyl or like Milotic or something, it's fine because I'll try to get a Sword Stance off. Actually no, maybe I don't for this because I'm already at +1. I'm already at +1. Maybe it's just worth it to just go for a Counter Cleave into this Venusaur. Yeah, I don't think I need a Sword Stance. I'm just gonna Counter Cleave this Venusaur since I'm already at +1, and +1 is still gonna do a lot. Venusaur switches out into Sinistcha, so Sinistcha's dying probably. If it's not Cobra Berry, it's definitely dead. And Incineroar will live the Stomping Tantrum thanks to the Hospitality. Yeah, unfortunately. But like, what's it doing? Like Flare Blitz or something? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna live the Flare Blitz. Oh, that was a crit. Oh wow. We definitely got a crit. That wasn't a crit. Oh my gosh. Then it had to have been like Charcoal or something, or maybe even Life Orb. Oh, and this is just Focus Sash. Oh, okay, then that's a really good play from my opponent then. Oh, dude, because now, what sucks about our King Gambit being so low is that we could be in range of like, literally anything. Oh, and they have my Lodic. Oh, I don't think we can break my Lodic anymore. Because they're just... I did not expect the Flare Blitz to do that much. Why did the Flare Blitz do that much damage? Maybe I just go for like Rock Slide Flinch. Rock Slide. And... I mean, Froslass can probably beat Venusaur at this point. It's just, how are we beating this stupid Milotic? I think I just need to flinch it with Rock Slide. There's like no other way. Rock Slide? Okay, double connect, which is nice. And we're banking on the flinch here. And importantly, it might be the Coil set, which is really scary. Ice Beam. Okay, so it's probably not Coil then. And Garchomp actually lives, which is huge. And we get a +1 Caltech leave off. Okay, so because we did so much damage into this Milotic... Oh, and it just kills Milotic. Wow. Dang. Was that a crit? It wasn't a crit. So we just 4-0'd this guy? Dang. Okay. Well, that went a lot better than I expected. I thought we were absolutely fried. Like, especially by the Hisuian Goodrop in Team Preview, but I guess they didn't bring that, so... Yeah, we won. After playing with this team for quite some time, I still think there are some slight tweaks that can be made to make the team better suited against the current meta. I think the biggest thing that could change is to switch Talonflame set from Life Orb Brave Bird to Sharp Beak Dual Wing Beat. Dual Wing Beat allows Talonflame to pressure a one-hit KO on opposing Focus Sash Whimsicots and Focus Sash Venusaurs, while also preserving Gale Wings, and given how popular Focus Sash Whimsicott currently is, I think Dual Wing Beat can be a great way to fix many matchups centered around Whimsicott. This change also frees up the Life Orb for King Gambit. A +2 Sucker Punch from Life Orb King Gambit drastically changes the damage rolls against the bulkiest Charizards that Black Glasses didn't. With that extra little damage given by Life Orb, Sucker Punch will basically always one-hit KO Charizards and Garchomps. I would also slightly tweak my Garchomp spread, giving it a better chance to survive Sylveon Hyper Voice and Floette Dazzling Gleam. Finally, Gunk Shot on Sneasler can be useful to always one-hit KO Floette and deal extra damage into Charizards, putting them in range of a Blizzard or Shadow Ball, or a non-boosted Sucker Punch. It also has a nice 30% chance to poison, however missing a crucial Gunk Shot would be really bad, so I don't know if the Gunk Shot is actually worth it or not. Overall, the team is really cohesive and can see great success if piloted correctly. Thank you guys for watching, y'all have a great day.